Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Mora, first, most important chatter. Welcome in, Ray, second most important chatter. Are you just parroting now, Ray? So I got a little bit of feedback from the client side, and I will basically work that. So that's, I said it is the last round of feedback, so because I actually had enough of rounds of feedback that is like a little bit annoying to implement every time. Like I gave in something new crops up that could have been said the round earlier as well. Okay, this is music is slightly quiet. Yeah, I can hold it up a little bit more. It was because I adjusted it for Monday stream mixing. You were sick for 24 hours. That is like a short sickness. But I'm glad that you got better so quickly. So you poisoned yourself with chips and salsa. Did it at least taste good? Was it worth it for the taste? Or was it just like an all-encompassing bad experience? No, they didn't taste. Oh. It tasted good, but it was not worth it. I see. Like, my girlfriend has moments where she's like, oh, now I know why this thing tasted suspicious. I'm sometimes surprised how much she can handle for stuff to taste weird before she gets concerned. Hi Rose. We have a backpack trip. Well, it seems you can attend. That's good, right? I have a birthday to celebrate. Like, not mine, but my girlfriend's birthday is this week. Welcome in, Makuta. Well, yeah. Somehow you're all here. I'm glad that you are. And I'm not alone with this commission. Almost. You're almost right, Ray. No other direction. The 31st. Exactly. Welcome in, Akira. Everyone is here. So while when I'm done with this commission, there's another commission on my table. This is the next one will be a watercolor commission, and I want to open watercolor commissions. Like, I'm going to the, oh god, itchy. Next question, yeah. I'm going to the Avustia, the convention for which I do the volunteer work, but I didn't get a dealer's table, so I can't sell. So I thought, well, I can do traditional commissions beforehand and just deliver them at the convention. I tried that with different conventions, different years, and usually there are no people that are interested, but I will try anyway. Some year will always be the first, right? Wasting food. Well, if you consider it food or poisonous material, it just depends on your perspective. And sometimes what's sold to you as food isn't actually food. Ray again screaming for guards. Maybe you know, being parent of plants, I kinda want to incorporate more plants growing insufficient routes, or changing their mind mid-growth where they want to go. It's windy. It's windy outside. It's just a little bit distracting. Ray, why are you so scared of Mora? It's windy. It's windy outside. Like I hear the wind from my window. Exactly, Akira. You got it. It's windy. Tomodachi is evil? I think you misspelled life. You spelled it backwards. You played so much of it yesterday. How much time did you spend in the character creator? Because it has like a pretty in-depth concept for voice. More is crying. What did happen? Was very mean. More, I want you here. I enjoy your company. Voice is easy. I see. Like Candy played the demo and I was like sitting beside her and tried to play my Pocopia, and she was adjusting the voices, and it's so fucking crazy to listen to that. Her playing around with the options. Well, Akira is one person who could make that happen. Akira might know how you look, Ray, but I don't think she knows which pronoun they have right now. They know how Mora looks, unless they really go for the head thing. I actually don't know how in-depth it is to make non-human characters. Pick something. I was very confused by myself there. It reminded me of Aiden, who also switched up pronouns, and I constantly get it wrong. I'm really bad. I'm good at adjusting pronouns once, but twice is like my struggle point. So have you made own creations yet? Like you depicting your... Yes, I bonked the mic. You depict your headmates sometimes as non-humans? Or your headmates manifest sometimes as non-human? I don't know how to describe it. Some are non-human, yeah. So you made already some non-humans. What do you think about not being able to kind of download creations of other people? An artist said it's a really good decision right now, they believe, to support kind of, you can make what you want, but you have to do it yourself. Like to get people to actually try to do something. You can see why. I think it's a very interesting decision where creativity falls short in the wake of AI and online sharing for those kinds of games. But it also means that you are not censored. Because there's no online sharing, there's no need for protecting anything. You can just literally do the most fucked up shit you can imagine as a creation. I mean, and I think that is how it should be. Do I think I maybe should make those thicker? It was really funny. And are you considering to play it yourself and make some creations? I follow online someone who made Bowser and other characters and shared screenshots of what they're up to and who they fall in love with. I got a message. The cake in question. Strawberry funfetti cake. It's time to pass the torch. I see. I think it has multiplayer though. Like local. At least I thought I saw that on a website. That is cute. I like that. Do you want them to make a sheep character? It would make sense, my sheep character ending up on their island. But maybe one day if I get the capture card working. And there's the sheep outfit. I see. But then my sheep could on... The thing with making it with the sheep outfit is like, then they can't wear the clothes that are belonging to them or have a style. I don't know. No, I would create more. I probably would want to figure out how to use the character creator or abuse the character creator. Like the full potential. You know? Just takes more effort. Well, why not derail a Tomodachi stream into just another form of art stream where I spend hours creating the looks of the characters and then people won't want to see the Tomodachi life because it's just another art stream in disguise. They did that already. Wow. Cross optimization. I wonder if I can set up or hook up the graphic tablet to the Switch 2. But the Switch 2 has also the option for the mouse control, like where you can use the controller like you would use a mouse. So maybe it would work better. You can do it again. You can put another bonk on the scoreboard. I'm sorry for bonking the microphone. That was a big bonk. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't know how to keep my fingers still. So we have plants less like ivy, more like vines or tendrils. Okay. So this one is done. Does the dragon look like in trance? I don't know. I didn't get pointers that he doesn't. So this we got. I think the expression is also on point. I have to do some markings and some wings. This is also done. Not much left. We call that dragon. Sketch background we don't need anymore. Sketch legacy I also throw away. Dragon sketch is also redundant. I have to think about how I want to implement the rings. Like, he could have told me in the first few sketches that this dragons is supposed to have wings. I'm not a happy camper with how I got information for this. Like, I got a little bit more information with every iteration of the picture, but like every time something comes up that could have been said in the previous step, I'm already like, why not tell me earlier? Throw it right. Do you want to know what I got as first description of the picture? Do you want to know? A blue dragon. Behind him, the ruins of a water park or bathing paradise. Like a lost place. Not palace, place. With nature taking it back, like how's the word? Like vines and greenery taking it back. Abandoned, yes. So I got the information, it's a blue dragon, nothing else. So what would you think first if you have to draw a blue dragon? What is the natural state of a dragon? Yeah, if you depict a blue dragon, like the half length of entire body is. I also think that the wings are highly unnecessary. I just leave that. I don't fight the decisions. I think I don't try to fight any decisions. Either I learned to not to do it, but or I'm kind of not that invested. Would you? I wouldn't have, like I did in this picture. I've drawn a feral dragon, a dragon on 4 legs, because that's like the natural state of dragon. If you just say dragon to me and don't specify what kind of dragon, I think of a Western dragon, because that is like my culture. I wouldn't have drawn a dragon like an Anthro dragon. Yeah, I also have like, it was like more sleepy. The state of mind wasn't even mentioned in the first description. I get the first draft was like okay, I can the first draft we had like dragon in water here and big paradise, because the most information we got was about the background, about the bathing paradise. We got almost nothing about the dragon, so the picture that it paints in my mind is like the dragon is basically part of the background. He's not the subject, but an object in the background, and the background is the subject. Know what I mean? So I had the first thing. In the first thing I had like palm trees and stuff more. Big fire. Yeah, with the addition of it being a blue dragon and saying it is like a bathing paradise, I would have put the water element in more in the foreground than the fire element, yes. The second iteration, like to that sketch, the only thing the client said was, oh, not palm tree like, more like jungle, not palm trees. So I made like and I think that was the iteration where he said, oh, and the dragon is in trance, like he like kind of hypnotized, like out of it. See you later, Akira. So okay, to picture that I have to zoom in more. I make the second sketch. The second sketch was like something, we have our dragon more be the subject now, subject matter, like a bust of the dragon and the ruins like in the background, and here are the tendrils, and there's like big eyes from being high or something, being out of it. So then he tells me after the second iteration, oh, basically the dragon is an Anthro dragon and this one looks like a horse. And so like, okay, the dragon's an Anthro dragon. That is the only thing he said about this one. So I changed the dragon. Well, I didn't change the head. Like he had still the big stoner eyes. So I say, okay, I changed the dragon, I make it Anthro dragon type. He was like, here, yeah, he's lounging there, he's now Anthro. I hand that in. And he was in water, kind of. It was kind of ruined in the background and overgrown. And then he says, well, I didn't think about him chilling there. He's supposed he's supposed to be standing, like in none of the previous things he was standing. He was either swimming or lounging. And now I get, oh, he's supposed to be standing there. And it's like, fuck all of this. And I was like, okay, this will be the last iteration. I'm not happy with how this commission went so far. It's a lot of work from my side, and I'm not happy with that. I think he would understand that I'm a little bit on edge because of this. He got a really, really great deal with this commission. And I am basically, and they're gonna be like, yeah, you know how much I get for this. It's like, I think I really have to tell him to in future put more detail in if they already have a strict idea, not just leave the people hanging there. I would rather he has no idea and just describe me a feeling. I think I actually don't know if the book is completed. I don't know how far he is in writing, but I think the book is far along. Like it's supposed to be published like very, very soon. So I don't think that's the problem that the book isn't done. The problem that I have is mostly that the communication wasn't up to state. I don't know if that would have helped. The book describes everything. Yeah, he could have just copied excerpts from the book. That is true. You know what was so right? Did you ever commission an art piece in your life? Yes. So when you get a sketch that you're supposed to approve before they move forward, and you can't exactly tell what the sketch is showing you, what would you do? Like, you know, some artists have like really messy sketches and you can't really tell what they have drawn there because you don't know what you're looking at. What would you do? I know what I would do. I would probably ask, hey, I don't know what I'm exactly looking at. Can you describe what I'm seeing? You don't see the sketch. I would have said that I don't exactly can see what's going on there. Yeah, exactly, yeah. He told, the client told me that they, at some point, when I gave in the sketch, didn't know what they were looking at. And they approved it, like, they didn't tell anything about it. So, if you give me, if I give in a sketch and you give me feedback, I think you looked at the sketch well enough that you give me all feedback at once. So I don't exactly know what they were thinking when doing that, when they didn't even recognize what they were seeing at the sketch and just commented on the one aspect. Half a page long with colors and everything attached. I think you can get away with shorter descriptions when you have a ref sheet, but maybe the characters, all of the characters could have, well, not all of the characters, maybe the dragon. With the dragon, it would also have been the critters have returned with pizza. You have pizza? Oh, that's so nice. The critter, now I lost the string. Wait, where were we? Yes, you could get away with less text if you have a ref sheet. Or, I don't know, a collage of what your character looks like. Like, I don't know. I think what would have helped here also with the characters if the client would have just, if they don't want to invest more money, if they would just have like a crappy drawn dragon character, like a thick stick figure or something, and put the colors on. Oh, this is this blue roughly, and there are the markings, and then they wouldn't have to describe, oh, it's like an anthro dragon. No. Because I would have seen that in the design. Akira also has experience with commissioning people, I think. So we can ask Akira as well. When you get a sketch from an artist and you can't make out what is happening on the sketch because the sketch is too messy for you to see, what would you do? I don't know if you commissioned something like I am doing, I'm doing it like this is illustration work. It's not just like the character standing there in outfit smiling. It's like with background and everything. of which I think the sketches tend to get more messy than if it's just like, oh, draw the character in a nice pose. I kind of understand it from the perspective of I don't want to say that I don't recognize what the artist drew, because I think it is like an insult or something, but I rather have been insulted or than kind of drawing, I don't know, it's like the fourth iteration of a thing that I gave you a discount on already. Who's insulting when in doubt asks politely? Yeah. And that's the good thing, if it's over text, you can just take your time and think of a way to say it that isn't like too harsh if you're worried about it. It's also easy as an artist, like if someone tells you, yo, I don't know what's happening in this sketch, I can just, if I feel hurt by that, I can just lay the phone down for a moment and work through my hurt and then answer. Don't have to answer immediately. Who are you giving discounts? It is like a repeat customer, and I wanted this, so because he told me it will be on advertising material very front, like my illustration will be very front facing on this book fair. I thought it might be a good opportunity to have like a piece in case I want to expand into the business to business market, like illustrating book covers and stuff. And he was a repeat customer, and you know, I support other artists. I didn't know that it will be such a complicated customer. Yeah. So that's a very mature way. But yeah, you were around with the iterations, and they didn't do it quite right, I feel like. It started out also professional with him, with like use licensing agreement where we were figuring out what the illustration can be used for and stuff. Whoa, wow. I don't believe that it will be very much different from the work that I did for you already. Like, you already worked with me on the VN. Oh. Did Mora already proper commission me? The sketch requests are pretty much commissions. Well, I wouldn't say that. I think on the sketch requests I have, like, sometimes I poke fun a little bit and misinterpret the request on purpose, what I wouldn't do with proper commissions. I think the sketch requests are more like, if I would open a commission type that is more artistic freedom with a prompt. The sketch requests are not comms. I wish they were way different and way quicker and way easier, but yeah, I think usually with comms you get some iterations where you can ask for adjustments. With the sketch requests you put in a prompt and hope that I get close to what you imagined it would be. And I think that is funny by design, that you can't really be sure if I get it right. No. I actually would love to open, like, commissions that are similar to the sketch requests, like artistic freedom, where you just give a prompt and look what I come up with. Because the sketch requests and so far are very chill. Like, pretty fun to deal with. Then open the artist. Well, I would have to churn up interest for that. Like, opening a commission type isn't that the problem. I could open every commission type I wanted. But the selling is my problem. Selling it to people. paying full price. One day, Ray. Now you only have to go live for us to witness your amazing streamer live. Imagine being Ray and having money. Ray is working his ass off to get money, and for a very specific reason. It isn't even for himself. It's like a concept I have to wrap my head around. Working your ass off to raise money. You want to make PNG cheaper. PNG tuber first. I hope you can find a good PNG tuber. Again, so those little taps are audible. Shit. There's a bong command, yeah. I only tapped it slightly. Why is stuff like that audible? Horrendous. Removing detail, soon there. I don't think we need more detail. An approximation of wings is enough. Doesn't bonk the cheap, this is disappointing. Why would you more bonk in your life? The bonk command counts how many times I bonked the mic. So we have incorporated the wings. We're almost there, almost. I think I can. You tell me that now I have to lean back. But it also means I'm so quiet it has to be so sensitive, otherwise you won't hear me. OMG. It's like the... What kind of world did I create for myself? Why did you make me aware of it then? It's so horrible. How could you do that? So the character is supposed to have white markings on the face. Nondescript white markings, by the way. So what are we going for? Isn't tiger stripes and wolf? Yes, no. No. Let's see if I can. Nondescript white markings. Cardinal sin, but would pay. I got pretty mad about what was done to me with this commission. I think just wasting my time. Especially if I gave you my time on a discount rate. That would be a big insult. So can we... No. 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 Uh-oh. Can I use any of the layers to make my job easier? You know, I just give up. Don't make my job easier. So, and You know, I recently watched Frog with glasses, and they turned furry. Like the last time I saw them, they were just like, "Oh, I'm working on a furry commission," and they actually pay good, and now they turned furry. They turned furry for them. I don't know if they did it for the money. They were for beforehand. They were also kind of animal themed, but I like their art. They also have a painterly style. Installed a smart thermostat. Okay. I don't know what a multimeter is. But congrats on doing it without using that. Was it just cost efficient not using a multimeter? Or why didn't you want to use one? A multimeter tells you if a wire is live or not. Ah, I see. That is useful. We have one of those. It's like a little, it looks like a little screwdriver, and you put it on the wire in question, and if it is live, the little control light will light up. Did you at least have a second person there in case it was still live to disconnect you from the circuit? Oh. You're a real handyman now, a home handyman. Safety third and stuff. That is crazy. Safety eye squints. Okay. Well, I'm a real scaredy cat when it comes to the working with electrics and stuff. It was instilled in me, not by electrical shock, but by having like decent education and teachers always scaring the shit out of me with horror stories. I installed the lights only with the safety of how did you call it? The breaker off. Where other people do it with just the light switch off, but I just assume if I'm not a professional, I need extra safeties to make up for me making mistakes, inevitably making mistakes. Ooh, cool. That sounds really fun. So we have the white markings. I can scratch that off as well. Now we just have to ruin the place a bit more. I think I do it in the same fashion I did with the dog thing. I use some greens and browns and just smear them over the place. And maybe I can just make the edges here look like less like a mask and more. Okay. I think the other stuff is okay like this. Yeah. We need some on the background, we need some shadows. More shadows? No. He's in the shadow, so he wouldn't cast the shadow. Have fun adulting. Wingans. Wingans also belong to dragons. Wingans are not now on dragon. No one heard that. I guess. How do I start ruining the place? Almost time for break. You are right. I think the making the place mossy and kind of overgrown is an easy part of the thing. Whether you can just make abstract shapes with the greens and browns and stuff. Just clobber it all on. I think I also want to kind of ruin this railing here. Just have to think about how. think we make one side more muzzy than the other. Take my break. Yeah, I should. I should do that. Okay, I will save the progress and I will take my break. I will be right back. Hmm. Is it ruined enough? I hope so. So they're nice. I gonna copy one of these. One of these. So, and then I take a brush, soft brush. Got lighten. Where's darken? You don't see it. There, darken. And we're gonna take this color. Okay. Ah. We have this illustration. They wanted to have the snoot shortened. Are you counting quotes again? OMG. Morse quotes are very potent. No. There's no 10th quote. Probably for the best, you say. I assume it's because we don't have a 10th, and we don't have an 11th, and we don't have a 13th. We have to make new quotes. Isn't that nice? You know that what they told me that they wanted? They wanted me to pull up the saturation of everything. I have to decide if I want to do that or not. What do we have here? Oh, maybe I should actually use Starlight. Do I see anything? Why don't I see anything? No, it happened again. So we shortened the snoot. We actually did everything that they wanted. They're nice. But did I do everything that I wanted? See you. Dum, 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 dum. I think the lion could use maybe, just maybe a little bit. I need to save. I think I need to save as Photoshop. Here's the thing. Look, the color profile in here looks way different. I don't know how I would change the foreground. Weird display error. Five times today. I actually like how the colors are, but I don't know what I would change about it. Like how he said I was supposed to crank up the saturation of everything. Like, it's horrible. Welcome in. Welcome in, blind. What were you up to? Or what will you be up to today? And another bonk, I'm sorry. Gonna work on an oil painting. Ooh, nice. You have a few. Wait, I have to strengthen my memory. Ooh, that doesn't look good. My PC is slow. I recently saw the bear. Yeah, the bear. It's pretty cool. I saw that one on Blue Sky. Welcome back, Ray. I'm in the middle of preparing to the file for the client. That's what I'm doing. And maybe I export a version for myself. I mean, I basically have to upload it, right? But I personally find the dream bubbles, for example, a little bit silly. So smoothie, how come? Why do you think of smoothie now? Do I have? I wonder if that's the right material I'm thinking of. Okay. Are you still scarred from your last lunch? Can I make a smoothie? I have bananas. Can make a banana smoothie. Because the bananas are always very, very ripe when you decide to make them to smoothie. I think that will be how I hand it in. Well, banana has a strong taste. Maybe you should put something in that is equally strong. Like rose water or something. Did you tell Ray that he was taking over chat? Well, yeah. Sure. This one is done. I will hand it in at some point. Close that. Now I can make a version for myself. I will save this as the last step. 17 iterations. Oh. How do I call that version? And I think I'm gonna treat those like I would treat the sketch requests. Oh, see, I forgot to put in the, for online, I should put in my little watermark. I mean, I could also put it to the side. What jumped out? Did I miss something? Oh, I see. You were put in this movie. I always put my watermark very intrusive in the middle, at the bottom. Thank you for the hydrate. How about me in the middle of the picture? My watermark. I think it's better than on the bottom. Just put it in the middle. Put it on the subject. Why? Why? Ray, are you gaslighting us? You were just joking. I mean, top. I think actually middle works fine, but we do the trick of optical middle. Stop asking questions and do it. No, I want... I'm recently very self-conscious about the watermark placement, because it's like a struggle between... Actually, I don't do it because I'm scared that people will copy it, because it's way too easy to remove that watermark. I just want people who save it, or the people who save it without a name to it, have a name to the picture. Can steal it. For AI, just the watermark won't save me from people stealing it. It's even if I put it on the people, it's easy to remove. I will glaze it to help me fight off AI. But I'm not much worried about AI stealing it. I feel my significance is too low for it to be stolen. No. Are we making the paper a little darker? What's this? Horrible. That would be such a great sticker, I feel like. But I think I gave up commercial rights for that. Okay. I'm done. Finally. I wish they went with one of the other. Wait, I show you. This is what they these are the drafts they had to decide on. You were here when I completed the piece. Yeah. Look, so pretty. I like this one a lot. This one is also not bad. But yeah. Oop. It was a journey. It was a journey. Maybe now that we have a little bit of time. How much time do we have? Like 10 minutes? Am I able to get a 10-minute sketch